And the Champions League is back, boys and girls. So far, the Champions League has delivered in most of the game week 1 and game week 2. And game week 3, that's no different, bro. So many great games taking place tomorrow and on Wednesday. Let's talk about every single game. Let's give our preview, our prediction, the same way we've done it in every single Champions League game week so far. But before we get to it, let's talk about the standings. So far, no surprise, top of the table. You've got the first place, the second place, the third place, the fourth place, and the fifth place. No surprise in both Bayern, Real Madrid, Paris, Inter, and Arsenal all picking up 6 points. However, Kairat being in there is a massive surprise, picking up 6 points after 2 games, which is a massive shock. The rest is pretty much expected, with both Dortmund and City and Spurs all having an easy schedule. And of course, the rest of the teams, they have to pick it up. They have to win. You can't afford by game week 3, game week 4, still be amongst the last 10 teams, the last 15 teams. You have to win in those kind of games. Before we get to the first game, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. And make sure, of course, you comment your own thoughts and your own predictions for every single one of those games and which games you're looking forward the most. The first game we have is Barcelona against Olympiacos. Barcelona, this is the warm-up game. This is the game which they have to impress before the El Clasico on Sunday. So far, the last game against Girona, they weren't convincing, but they managed to pick up 3 points. And this is the kind of game where you need to have a good display. You can't afford to go to the El Clasico dropping stinkers after stinkers. And of course, players are still injured. The likes of Leo, the likes of Rafinha, Ferran Torres has been rumored that he might get an appearance, maybe off the bench. Fermin was on the bench last game after coming back with an injury, so he might start today. Lamine Yamal wasn't fully healthy, even though he came back. Pedro, of course, got taken off because he was exhausted. So let's see what kind of lineup Hansi Flick. Is he going to rotate his 11? Because Olympiacos, they're not the greatest of teams, let's be real. So is he going to rotate his full 11 before the El Clasico? That's going to be the biggest question mark. Even, regardless, whether he rotates or not, I still expect Barcelona to pretty much win this game. So I'm going to go with a Barcelona win. Then we've got Kairat against Pafos. 2 teams who, to be fair, I don't know how they're doing. Like Kairat, I know they lost against us. They lost against Sporting. And Pafos, they lost against Bayern. And other than that, what else? They lost against Bayern and They drew against Olympiacos. So, I will be real. Kairat, yes, we beat them 5-0 last game, but they looked kind of like they were attacking. They had some couple chances. They should have scored 1 or 2 goals early in the first half. So, I'm going to go with a Kairat win. Arsenal against Atletico. This is one of the biggest 3 to 5 games in the game week 3 so far. Arsenal, bro, can you score against them? Has there been a team? They've only conceded one open goal in the first 11 games so far. And that was Man City, of course, the Haaland goal. Other than that, the other goals which they've conceded has all come down to set pieces. Newcastle, Liverpool. Like, you can barely score against them. So far in the Champions League, after 2 games, they've kept up 2 clean sheets. One of them being Bilbao, at San Mamés, and of course at home to... What was the last game they played? The last game they played was Olympiacos. Atleti, they are picking up in form. Start of the season, they were cheeks. Start of the season, they weren't impressing. Start of the season, Simeone was still trying to figure out his best 11. But the last couple of weeks, they've managed to win big. Of course, Madrid being one of them. Frankfurt, Inter, they managed to pick up. That was, of course, a friendly. Osasuna was a massive win. And of course, they lost the first Champions League game against Liverpool, but they came back. They were losing 2-0. They managed to come back from 2-0 down at Anfield to 2-2 before they conceded a late goal to Virgil van Dijk. But I feel like Atleti, I don't think they can pick up anything from this game. And I feel like Simeone is going to go into this game not attacking. He's going to be putting his defensive low block into the line. So I'm looking to see how Arsenal manages to break down this Atleti low block, which isn't the greatest. Like, it's not the Atleti low block of 5 years ago or a decade ago under Simeone. Like, the Atleti low block right now, you can easily break it down. Like, it doesn't take a lot. And plus the set pieces, Atleti, they can't defend set pieces for shit, bro. Let's be real. Over the past couple of seasons, they've conceded so many set pieces, corners, free kicks, crosses, X, Y, and Z. So I do feel like Arsenal's going to win this game. And I feel like, bro, I think they might just keep another clean sheet again, bro. They might just keep another clean sheet again. Leverkusen against Paris Saint-Germain. Leverkusen, of course, have done better since the start of the season, ever since they sacked Ten Hag and they brought in the Danish manager in Kasper Holmen. And listen, the most recent form has not been bad. Draw to, of course, Gladbach, PSV. So far, they've yet to win any of the Champions League games. They drew against Copenhagen, they drew against PSV. But their league form is impressive. Paris Saint-Germain, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. Winning away to Barcelona has been impressive despite having a B team. The last 2 games in the league, they haven't won. They've conceded easy goals, but they're still going through this injury crisis without having Dembele, Kvara, and most of the midfielders. Now, slowly and gradually, Doué came back last game. Kvara came off the bench. So, slowly and gradually, some of the best players are coming back. Hence the reason this game, they're still missing 2 of the midfielders, but Vitinha might be coming back to start the next game. I'm still going to go with Paris Saint-Germain winning this game. Copenhagen against Dortmund. Listen, I predicted, again, I know, hot take. I predicted Copenhagen to finish top 8. So far, it's not looking good, bruv. It is not looking good, bro. They drew the first game, and I said, you know what? We got a chance. But the second game week, they lost against Kairat. Dortmund, they won a game against Bilbao, and they drew. They had that massive, crazy game. The best game so far in the Champions League against Juve, the 4-4 game. So, Dortmund, they've been okay in the league, despite, of course, losing against Bayern in the last game, which isn't really a shock. Copenhagen, all right, I didn't even know this. So they drew against Midtjylland and they lost against Silkeborg. I can't lie, man. I'm going to go with... I'm going to stand on business. I'm going to continue to stand on business. I'm still going to predict Copenhagen to win this game. Then you've got Newcastle against Benfica. Jose. How's Jose done in the league? They won, they drew. Okay, not bad. Not bad, Jose. His first 6 games... He's only lost 1 game and he's unbeaten at home. Not bad, Jose. Not bad. Now he's going to Newcastle. Newcastle, how should we say it? They've done okay. They've done okay-ish since the last couple of weeks. Of course, they had that losing streak, barely winning. Then the last 3 games, they've done 2 wins. Massive win away from home to Union, who had a good start. Massive win against Forest, but then again, it's Ange. Of course, you're going to beat Ange. But losing to Brighton was a heartbreaker, despite the fact that Voldemort, they scored arguably the best goal of the Premier League game week 8. But they're playing Benfica, who's yet to win any of the games. They've had 2 games, they lost both games. Karabakh without Jose, which they should have won against Chelsea with Jose, but at Stamford Bridge, it's difficult to win there. I'm going to be real. I think Benfica might win this game. I'm going to go with a Benfica win. I don't think Newcastle's impressed massively, and I don't look at Newcastle as a massive threat. Yes, they beat Union, they beat Forest. I don't look at Newcastle as a massive threat. I'm going to go with a Benfica win. Then you've got Napoli against PSV. PSV so far in the Champions League, how have they done? Let's have a look. Wow, what's going on here? So PSV, they've lost 1. They beat, and they drew against Leverkusen. Napoli, they lost the first game against City with 10 players, and they won. They beat Sporting. I'm pretty sure Napoli lost yesterday against Torino in the league. They did. Napoli lost yesterday against Torino. Champions League, Conte. I don't know. I'm going to go with a PSV surprise win. I don't think Napoli's going to win this game. I'm going to go with a PSV surprise win. Then you've got Inter against Union. Despite everyone predicting Inter's going to have a bad season with no Inzaghi and Kivo coming in, they're having a great start to the season. They've won almost every single Serie A game except for 1. And the Champions League, they're 2 from 2 so far. And I'm going to continue that by saying they're going to win 3 from 3. I've got Inter winning this game. And then the last game on Tuesday is Villarreal against Manchester City. City has been Haaland FC. They've been relying on Haaland. Despite other players picking up great form. Foden has been very good recently. Doku is having a great start. O'Reilly. Cherki came back from injury, and that little cameo off the bench against Everton was pretty impressive. They're going up against a Villarreal side who has done very well this season, despite bottling a 2-0 lead at home to Betis, where they let Anthony score 2 goals in the last 15 minutes. But I'm going to go with a City win. I do think City is going to win this game. Then we have got Wednesday. And Wednesday, there is a couple good games. Bilbao against Kairat. Kairat is going to continue their great form, but I do think that's going to end against Bilbao, where Bilbao, they need to win. They've lost both games against Dortmund and Arsenal to start the Champions League run. They have to win this game, and I do think with Nico Williams coming back, they'll win this game. Gala against Bodo Glimt. This is actually a great game on paper. It's going to be entertaining. Both teams like to play attacking football. Gala picked up a massive win against Liverpool last game, and I think that will continue, and I think they will win today. On Wednesday. Then Atlanta against Slavia Prague. Let's be real. I mean, Atlanta, have they done well? They have. Recently, they've done well. They beat Club Brugge. You know what? I'm going to go with an Atlanta win. Bayern against Club Brugge. This is going to be another game where Bayern's going to stat pad and Harry Kane's going to score 2 to 3 goals. Expect Harry Kane to score 2 goals with 1 penalty. So expect, even though Club Brugge has been pretty decent, but I'm still going to go with Bayern Munich winning this game. Chelsea against Ajax. Ajax has been absolute cheeks. They have been so bad to start the season. Chelsea hasn't been the greatest of form yet. The last 2 wins, the last 3 wins, Benfica, Liverpool, and the last game, which I think was against... Who did they win last game? Was it Forest away from home? I think they'll continue, and I think Chelsea win this game by a big margin. I think that we might see a 3-0 or 4-0 Chelsea win. Then we've got Liverpool against Frankfurt. This game is massive. This game is massive. Onslaught. You've lost 1. You've lost 2. You've lost 3. And you've lost 4, brother. Don't make it 5 from 5. Don't make it 5 from 5, Onslaught. Because if you do, oh my goodness, the pressure is going to be massive. It's going to be absolute massive on you. Let's see if you're going to start Ikatike, who's been your best attacker so far to start the season. Which I don't understand how you didn't start him last game against United. For Frankfurt, bro, look at Frankfurt. Look at Frankfurt's run. Like, they have been so bad. They bottled against Freiburg, conceding a late goal. They lost against Bayern. They lost against Atleti. Even the first Champions League game. Did they win the first Champions League game? I don't think they did. They did, actually. They beat Gala. Oh, they beat Gala at home. By a big scoreline. I can't lie. This game is so important for Liverpool. Because it's not just winning. It's winning and impressing at this point. And watch out for this guy. I invested my stock start of the season. I felt I was going to have a great season. Mr. Ozun, who's having an incredible start of the season. Look at this. 3 assists and 5 goals to start the season in the Bundesliga, which is 8 goals in 7 games, which is absolutely incredible. Like, he's going to be one of those players which I'm not surprised if Frankfurt has got a habit of signing players, young talents, young gems for peanuts and then selling them for 70, 80, 90 million. Like, they've got a great habit of doing it. Like, the transfer method is absolutely insane. Like, the way they do their policy is crazy. So this guy is going to be a talent. So watch out for him. But every time I've predicted Liverpool to win in my Premier League predictions, they always lose. So for the first time, I'm going to predict Liverpool to lose. So let's see if my reverse jinx might work out. So I'm going to go with a Frankfurt winning or drawing this game. I don't think Liverpool's going to win. Then we have Monaco against Spurs. Spurs have been going on a bad run recently. Monaco, their run has been not any better. The last 4 games, they've yet to pick up any sort of wins. They are winless, 3 games winless in, of course, in League R, and they, of course, drew against City with the last minute penalty. Of course, I'm going to go with, at home, I'm going to go with a Monaco winning this game. Of course, they sacked their manager, which I don't think was a great idea, to be fair. Then, we've got Sporting against Marseille. Marseille has been on a crazy run recently. Like, bro, look at this run from Marseille. This Marseille run, like, bro, look at this. They've picked up the last 5 games. And by the way, we won due to a fake penalty. Let's be real, but they were on a crazy, like, this is a super team. Look at this, bro. This is a super team. So for me, I will be real. I think Marseille might win this game. Even though Sporting, let's see Sporting's run. Sporting, they lost against Napoli, they drew against Braga, they beat Pafos de Ferreira. I'm going to go with Marseille winning this game. And the last game is, of course, Real Madrid against Juventus. That preview is going to go on my main channel alongside, of course, the biggest Juve fan on social media, Mr. Luca. He's going to come on and join me with a preview of that game. That's going to be on my main channel in the next couple of hours upload. But make sure you put your predictions on every single one of those comments. Let's see by the end of game week 3 who's going to be top of the table, who's going to be in the top 8 automatic spots, and who's going to be in the playoff, and who's going to keep going down and down and down. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel on the second channel. Let's get the second channel to 20K by the end of the year. And make sure you comment. I'll see you soon with another video. Peace.